What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another watercolor painting tutorial, episode 2 of our Paw Patrol Kids Watercolor Painting series. This series is to help all the parents out there keep their kids busy during this pandemic, but also for anyone who is a beginner and wants to learn some basic watercolor techniques. In this episode, I will show you how to paint Skye from Paw Patrol. I will have download links for Skye as well as Marshall in the description, so you can get started with us today. If you haven't seen episode 1, How to Paint Marshall, I'll have a link down below or click the little icon on the top right corner of this video. All the supplies that we use in this video will be listed down below, along with extra materials you will need for this tutorial. Here are the colors that I chose for Skye that I will be using today. You can reference these colors in the back of the paint palette box, and remember, feel free to use whatever color you want. Now let's get started. The only areas with white will be Skye's eyes and a tiny reflection on her nose. First step is to dip your brush in some clean water. Feel free to use your cup of water or apply a little on your palette. Now grab some white with your brush and apply directly onto her eyes and nose. No special technique here, just apply the white directly. One thing I do suggest though is to use a thin brush for a smaller area so that you can cover all the fine details without bleeding over to the other areas of the outline. Next color we'll be using is Umber. For this section, we will be painting her ears, the circles around her eyes, her tail, and her bangs. Since I'm looking for a lighter umber look, I use a little bit more water to spread the paint around. However, if you want a bolder look, use less water at the beginning. Feel free to experiment with it. What's great about our watercolor paper is that it makes it really easy to move paint around after it has been applied. As you can see, I accidentally did not dilute the paint enough and the left ear came out a little too dark. However, I was able to add a little bit of water, move the color around, then dried my brush and picked up the excess paint I used. I was able to match the color back up with the right ear. Next section will be her bangs and tail. Remember, if you want to lighten the color, be sure to dip it into some clean water. You can always add another layer after it has dried to darken the color. For this next step, we will still be using the umber, however, I want to get an even lighter look for her face and legs. This technique was demonstrated in the first episode of the series as well. What we do is wet the paintbrush and apply wet strokes on her face. After you get full coverage, grab a little bit of umber on the tip of your brush and apply tiny dabs to the wet area. Once you have done that, start spreading the color evenly to get full coverage on her face. If it is still too light, just dab a little more umber and spread out evenly. Use the same technique to her legs as well. Next up, Fuchsia. Once again, I did not want a dark, vibrant look, so I applied the same technique as I did before. Apply a wet paintbrush on her jacket, and then add some paint onto the tip of the brush and dab a little bit of fuchsia around her jacket, then spread the color out evenly. Next is Rose Pink. Apply a wet brush to her hat, backpack, and eyes, and grab just a little bit of rose pink and spread out evenly. There is no wrong or right way of painting this character, so feel free to go as bold and vibrant as you would like. Quick tip, if you do go bold and vibrant, just apply rose pink directly onto the area without spraying the water first. Or wait till the first coat is dry, then apply another coat of rose pink. For the small area around the mouth, I applied the same light umber with the same technique, and for the nose I applied just a little bit of gray. As you may already know, my favorite part is the outline. that is it. If you want to see another tutorial for the last Paw Patrol character, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell to be notified when we post more videos. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.